This is question 5 of the trig paper that actually more than trig paper, it was paper 2, but we're doing the trigonometry part. In fact, we're doing special angles. Question 5 is about special angles. Whenever they say simplify the following without a calculator and they're asking you about 30 and 45 and 60 degrees and angles like that, you have to draw these two triangles, and if you don't, you run the risk of getting no marks at all. But if you write these triangles down, the 45-degree triangle, which is 1, 1, root 2, the 60, 30-degree triangle, which is 1, 2, root 3, with the hypotenuse being 2, if you know your SOHCAHTOA, then you're going to be able to do these questions easy. See, because like the sine of 30 degrees, you go to 30 degrees, sine is opposite is 1, hypotenuse is 2, you write in 1 over 2 right there. And then the cosine of 30 degrees, the cos squared of 30 degrees means, let's get the cos of 30 degrees. Well, adjacent is root 3, hypotenuse is 2, so you just go root 3 over 2, the cosine of 30 degrees. But we're supposed to square it, so put a little square on there. Now the last thing is you go 1 over the tangent of 45. Well, you go to 45 degrees, and you can see opposite over adjacent is 1 over 1. If you just use your calculator and put a 1 in there, you run the risk of losing the marks because you want to show the examiner that you know that you use this diagram to figure out what the tangent of 45 degrees is. Now the rest is just some pretty easy arithmetic. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 divided by 1, this is just 1. That's just 1. 1 divided by 1 is just 1. So it's a half plus 3/4 minus 1. Well, a half is 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is 5/4. 1 is 4/4. 1 minus 4/4 is 1/4. You could put that in your calculator to check it. You'll get your answer of 1 over 4. It's the same game here. You've got the sine of 45 degrees. You have to look at your picture. Go 1 is opposite, root 2 is hypotenuse. So the sine of 45, replace it with 1 over root 2. There's your mark. Tangent is 60. Go to 60. What's tangent? It's opposite over adjacent. So it must be root 3 over 1. That's how I got it, root 3 over 1. Don't just put root 3 or you're in danger of losing marks. And if you don't have the picture here, you lose marks for sure. Well, root 3 times root 3 turns out to be 3. Anything divided by 1 is itself, but root 3 times root 3 is 3. If you multiply by root 2, and this is a dividing line, you divide by root 2, those two operations cancel each other. They really just equal 1. You're only left with 1. So 1, this is all 3, that's all 1. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So your answer's negative 2. There you go.